Usually, when I talk about Sonic the Fighters, I mainly go over characters in the many versions of the game, or whatever the fuck this is. But this time, I'm doing something a bit different. Instead, we're going over something that has been overlooked and forgotten by the majority of the player base, and it starts on the character select screen. When you pick the main roster, you're often given two options, manual or automatic. Now, the majority would just pick manual and go on with their life. However, I'm not the majority of people, and today we're going to be going over what is automatic mode, what it does, and how it works. Now, when you pick a character with automatic mode on the character select screen, everything is completely fine once you join into a match, but you might notice a few things. First, there's a massive green circle icon with the initials AT next to your name. This applies to everybody with automatic mode. Now, automatic mode is a bit different than normal. Now, you may do certain moves automatically, such as grabs and other moves. For example, if you're near a player and you punch them, it'll do a grab. But if you walk up to them and press kick, when you're near them, it'll do foot crush if they have it. So to sum it up correctly, basically, the game picks and chooses what moves to do depending on the state of the opponent. Let's say if someone's lying down, it will automatically do up and punch or up and kick depending on the button you press. But if they're just standing still, it will do normal attacks, depending on how far or close you are from the opponent. And like I said earlier, this varies between characters. So for example, Sonic and Knuckles or Tails, anyone with a spin dash will automatically do spin dash if you're far away from them, and when you're near them, they will always grab. Obviously, not every character is completely normal with automatic mode. So, what did they do?
First, you add completely unnecessary RPG elements. You gain XP for every bad guy you kill, and then you can spend this XP.
When you pick automatic mode as Amy and press kick from far away, she does donkey kick, which is normally her kick and block string. Now, this may seem normal, but as you can see, other characters with donkey kick usually have theirs slower or faster depending on the character. For example, Fang and Bean have slower donkey kicks, while every other character has the faster variant, meaning that Amy gets one extra move with automatic mode enabled. Pressing punch with her lets her leap, which completely combats the rule from when they're far away from them or when someone's laying down, they will automatically do up and punch. Amy will always do up and punch, no matter how far away or close the opponent is, unless within grab's length, of course. After going over the complete dumpster fire that is Amy automatic mode, you might think it can't get any worse than this, right? Well, unfortunately, it does. Allow me to introduce you to Bark. Now, anyways, what they did is that pressing punch from far away gives him shove, which I don't know what else they could have given him, and its far away kick string is not great. It's dive kick. Now, this does have some funny implications. You can just do it from a fucking standstill. So meaning, you can back away and press kick, and you can just do a dive kick from a back dash, which is hilarious to me. Now, when up close, things get a bit different. While punch does work correctly, his kick is a different thing. Instead of his kick being foot crush, because Bark doesn't have foot crush, it instead is one of his command grabs. That one being, which is down down punch block, which I don't know what else they could have gave him. So, at least they give him something reasonable, not anything like Biff Baff or Bark Strike. As for his other stuff, up and punch and up and kick are the exact same, so nothing to go along with there. Now going over to Fang, he's a lot more unique compared to everybody else. Instead of using his default grab, he instead uses a input grab for his punch input, that being tail throw. Which, as for his punch string from far away, he does the sniper set for some reason, which I guess makes sense because his corks are faster. And going over to Bean, he's basically the same, like every other character, so there's no point in going over him, but there's still a little bit more to cover. Some people might know that there's some unused characters in Sonic the Fighters, so what did they do with automatic mode? Unfortunately, the majority of them aren't special. All of them either just copy from Knuckles or don't have it at all, and if they don't have automatic mode, if you hack them in with automatic mode, they just do nothing. And you may be wondering, what about Honey the Cat's automatic mode? And it's literally just Knuckles from what I remember. I can't find an exact ROM of Honey the Cat with automatic mode, but I do remember having one and it vividly just being Knuckles. So y'all just have to take my word for it. There are a few more things about automatic mode I want to go over. One strangely being is that Metal Sonic and Mega Man can have automatic mode, and you can come across them. You just can't play as them. What you gotta do is go into a match of arcade mode. Now, when you're on the character select screen, connect a second controller and have the first player pick their character first. It doesn't matter what mode they pick. Then have the second player controller pick any character, but they must pick automatic mode, and this must be with a character that can pick automatic mode. Defeat the second player, and now every CPU can have automatic mode. Well, you might think, oh, this is just a visual thing. Apparently, it's not. It actually affects them and can make several matches really difficult because, well, computers have higher inputs and basically can do frame one anything. As for humans, they can't do that. So pairing them up with automatic, which is already weird enough already, you have a concoction that not even a mother would love. I'll just say it's slightly more difficult, but that's not saying much. And Metal Sonic and Mega Man literally just do nothing, but they do have the funny green bubble, so that's cool. But I do have a theory on why automatic mode works like this. My theory is that, you know like how all characters have moves lists? I'm assuming each character also has an automatic move list that's paired with them, and it's simply copy and pasted between each character and altered a bit so that it makes sense. As for Amy's donkey kick thing, I have no idea why it's like that. Probably just a mistake. Or, fuck, maybe it is intentional. Who knows? So, in conclusion, automatic mode is basically a mode in Sonic the Fighters that will help you do inputs, and has frame one grabs, and does a whole bunch of other random crap. And might have its own move list and a whole bunch of other weird shit to it. Now, it may come to no surprise that it's banned in competitive play, and it makes sense that this thing is kind of forgotten. When you pick a character in a fighting game, you aren't going to pick the option that helps you the most. You're going to want to get help from the game and at least understand how to play the game. It's not fun to have the game hold your hand the whole way through. It's much better to learn it all the way through so you understand the game better. And with WuzTunes running a tournament for automatic mode, I'm kind of happy to see the community pick up this mode and, well, I guess play with it, if I can really say it that way. I don't know how else I could phrase it. Anyways, this video took way too long to make. I have been looking over it way too much than a normal person would, which is the kind of shit I do for you. Anyway, I really hope you all enjoyed this video. I'm really thankful for 191 subscribers. We're almost at 200. Once we get to 200, I will do something special. Anyway, I will see you guys later.